Blue Jays. And the starter for Toronto, Kevin Gausman. What do we need to know here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Big Amish Nick Kurtz at the plate. He has a smooth swing and big league power.
Yeah, he hit 36 home runs in less than 120 games his rookie season. Any questions?
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Just getting started here in Toronto.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory.
Makes the grab, one down. And time now to check out the A's lineup. Swung on, belted, carrying well, and gone. His first homer of the year. The Athletics score first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. Foul ball there. And a big swing and a miss. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 down. The other way, and that's a base hit, and that extends the inning.
Batting six, shortstop
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero, and that's the inning. The A's with a 2-run blast. It's now a 2-0 ball game. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for the A's in this one, Jeffrey Springs. What do you look for here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting second, first baseman.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's one away. The Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Springer on the run. Out towards right center field. And it falls. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Tap back to the mound and a foul ball. Varsho needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. 2 on, 1 out. That one fouled off.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Looking for his first big league hit right here. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Jackknifes out of the way. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. First and second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We move to the second in Toronto. It's the A's 2 and the Jays 0. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on The Show Canada. All set for the start of the inning. Jeff McNeil stands in. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And a foul ball. Gosman, multi-time All-Star, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Swings through that one out in front that time. Caught him looking for the K. Geloff wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Battling here as he fouls it away. That's to third. Throws to first, and there are 2 outs.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
2 outs, base is empty. Max Muncy up next for the A's. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And a big swing and a miss.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one hammered. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a
swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. A solo homer adds to the A's lead. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. That's hard hit in the line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And the bottom of the second starts with a double.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Man at second. In the dirt. Fires to second.
No, he's safe.
Almost got him, but he scrambles back safely. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2.
Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
Here's Andres Jimenez.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Comes up empty. Got him swinging for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
That one almost got him. On the ground right side. McNeil gets it to first. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George Springer.
Now George Springer at the plate. Springer, who statistically has turned out to be one of the greatest postseason performers of all time when you look at his OPS in playoff games. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good
No, he got it.
And Springer's in there safely. This to third. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. This homer cuts into Toronto's deficit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Back here at Rogers Center, top half of the third inning. Tyler Soderstrom getting ready to hit the 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Outside low, ball 3. Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
I think we may have a balk here. And yes, we do. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. These hitters haven't looked overmatched, though, and he may need to try something else.
Man at second. And that's outside. And it's 3-0. Breaking ball through there for a strike. That one ripped, but foul. And a payoff pitch. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Varsho under it. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. He's 0 for 1. And there's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. In the air, right field. And that'll do it. The A's strand 1, but they're up 3-2. Back now in Toronto, and now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep both their challenges.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just 1 shy of that milestone.
On a line out towards center. Butler on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level. This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit. He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Got him. Inning over. Blue Jays. Start of the fourth, leading off Jeff McNeil. Outside low, and it's 1-0. That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. And gone out to the deepest part of the field. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 4-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Pitch is in the dirt. Ball one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Bounced out to short. Jimenez. The throw to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Out to short. Jimenez. Throws to first in time. Back to the top of the lineup, stepping in the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. On the inside corner for a strike. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. Good job to fight that one off. Line drive, base hit right field. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the A's, first baseman Nick Kurtz.
No pitch signaled now, and a balk is being called. Fouled off left side. Man on second, 2 down.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
In the dirt. The A's looking to add another. Top half of inning number 4. Okamoto. Long throw to first, and that ends the inning. The A's get one on this homer. It's now 4-2. Bottom 4, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
Second baseman, Ernie Clement.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swings through that.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Up next for the Blue Jays, designated hitter, David Snyder.
Let's go, do it again.
Comes up empty.
That's a ball.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Jimenez swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And now 1 and 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. It's the Athletics 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Back here at Rogers Center, ready now for the 5th inning. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
No, that's a ball.
You know, these Athletics doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the A's.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
Shea Langoliers digs in now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Ball.
Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
2 down, nobody on. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing there for the A's, but they still lead this one 4-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now for the Jays, Miles Straw. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Ball 2.
That's ripped into the outfield. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 5th.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Outside, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swings through it for the K. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second, now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, you can't offer it that pitch in an 0-0 count. It's a strike, but not every strike is a good strike early in the count.
And that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with one out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
Look out. That fastball drilled him. Here comes the manager out of the... Tyler Ferguson into the game.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
In the air, left field. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. Runner from third in to score. And now they trail by one.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runner's behind.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And he brings it into the warning track. Now in Toronto. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Next to hit, Jacob Wilson.
For the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
Base knock right field. So a man on base to start the inning. In the air to left center. Varsho moving under this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the A's, the designated hitter, Zach Geloff.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's. Has grounded out a couple of times. Time called during the pitch. And it looks like a balk has been called here. Close, but called the ball. Ball one. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. One out, and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's two away.
Up next.
So digging in, Max Muncy. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Line drive, base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Muncy, the runner at first with 2 gone. That's off the mark, and a count 2-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, those are, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Foul ball. 2-2 now. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left off. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. The A's lead this one 5-3. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on The Show, Canada. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. That one not close. Ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Late swing fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And a 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Blue Jays, designated hitter, David Snyder.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Oh, 2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats.
Elvis Alvarado gets handed the rock out of the pen, ready to make his season debut. On the ground to the left. Play made. That ends the inning. Down in order. And here's the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. 0 for 3 in this one. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, number 62. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
This one in the air, center field. Varsho on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next.
Here's the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
That's a ball.
That one drilled left field, and that's just foul.
Man, just a matter of inches right there. If that stays fair, it's at least a double.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that. A's go quickly and quietly there, and it remains 5-3. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Believe in them schemes if you want to. Self-motivation is a virtue, and the lack of that can truly hurt you. It takes us to save us. The money will never change us. We gon' do it.
And a foul ball. Swings through that high fastball. Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him swinging. The high heat, too much on that one. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
The Blue Jays trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike one. Not the best swing that time from the first round pick.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Strikes him out with 100.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one, just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 3. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
The tying run at the plate. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr., the closer of the staff, is throwing. That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So back now in Toronto. We're at the top of the 8th. Lawrence Butler now at the plate. A little out front there as he swings through it. Left field. And there's one down. Down the line, it's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now here's Jeff McNeil. I think we may have a balk here. And yes, we do. Late with the swing there. No pitch signaled now. And a balk is being called. The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play.
don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And that one is lifted in the air. Springer gets under it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and they take a 3-run lead. There's a strike.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
It's in and out of his glove. And he'll pull into second safely.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
That's a
Time
ball.
called during the pitch.
Third base.
And it looks like a balk has been called here. Uh-oh, this
That's
appears
a
to be a balk.
He scored.
And it is. Terrible timing for that sort of mistake. So that'll bring across a run. Muncy in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. On the ground, and foul ball. 3-2 now.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And he walked him.
Up next for the A's, right fielder, Tim Brooker.
This one smoked on its way out of here.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
2 down, nobody on. And that one finds its way through. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count.
That's a ball.
Up against it with 2 strikes right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say,
That's the ball.
charge
you.
it.
Go
Crazy.
to third base.
And the 1-0. Out to short. And he beats it. He's safe.
Well, that's a great effort with 2 outs, and he displayed why it's so important to get out of the box quickly. There's no time to waste on these plays, and that hustle down the line to beat the throw really earned him that run.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A 2-run shot. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Whips it across, and that's the 3rd out. The 2-round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, JT Ginn.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Kazuma Okamoto next up for the Blue Jays. The Athletics have some bullpen action. Scott Barlow up and loosening in the pen. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ginn in his 2nd season, 26 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020. Ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ball.
Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They're down a bunch. It's 12-3. Back here at Rogers Center, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Pitching change here, Tyler Rogers.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Fires over to Guerrero. Now one gone in the ninth. McNeil
That's a ball.
stands in here, takes ball one low. Ripped on a line. Strong makes the grab on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Liner caught at second. And the A's are gone in order. They lead it big, though. It's 12-3. Bottom of the ninth. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Davis Schneider. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Gets him to chase after that one.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious, and now in a two-strike count, he's going to have to widen out his stance, choke up on the bat, and really make sure he has pitch recognition before pulling the trigger.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. That smash towards center. 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. And next for Toronto, Miles Straw. On the ground, right side, McNeil. Throw to first, and ball game. And the A's slug their way to a win in this one. And your final, 12-3.